Hi and welcome to my first video of this kind in which I'm going to review a short manga series of 2 volumes that it's a mysterious but spicy BL, which stands for Boys Love Manga. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I mainly do anime, manga and Funko Pop videos. You can subscribe and leave a comment down below and stay tuned for the Saturday's video. And also some shorts along the way, some Instagram stories with like announcements and polls that I want to do with you guys. So stay tuned on that too. Today we're going to talk about Manner of Death. I'm super torn apart because I don't really know if this one is a manga or manhwa. From what I've searched, it's a manga, but like the names, I feel like they're Korean names, okay? I feel like they're really Korean names, and I was thinking of, okay, maybe it's a manhwa, it's manga, so we will go with that. Which basically is from a Thailandese TV drama. Okay, I didn't know this was a thing before. And I will try to let you know what is happening, but without ruining the fun and spoiling whoever did what they did, or whoever died, why they died, or how they died. I think you understood. It's a manga full of suspense, avoiding arrests and being accused of murder, becoming fugitive, some smut scenes, not really much, but if you're only a beginner just like I did, because I thought that this one is going to be a fire thriller and mystery manga, just like, you know, the standalone mystery or thriller books that you're reading on a Saturday night. Just for me, just so you know, it is a bit spicy with like probably 1.5 out of 3 jalapenos or like something spicy. It's an immersive but also thrilling plot full of surprises that will leave you in a goddamn worrying and also starving cliffhanger, because you would just starve, be thirsty, and just want more in the second. I tell you what, just please read the series during the weekend when you will having free time or something else, because you cannot return to work. You just literally cannot return to work. I made the mistake of starting this series when I was working, like probably it was Tuesday night or something, and yeah, it didn't turn out great. Following the story of a mysterious man and a doctor surrounded by a family and plot. Ban, which is the main character and is this guy right here, and this is Tan, tutor Tan. Ban is a doctor and a surgeon, and Tan is, you know, a tutor and a teacher, but he goes by Tan. You just nothing else from me, okay? The story starts with tutor Tan just being the boyfriend of the victim. Fitting, right? And he didn't quite really show emotions when everything was investigated. He was only there for the victim's sister. And also we know that Ban arrives at the crime scene with Inspector M. And Inspector M is basically a mutual friend of Ban and his best friend Pute, who is a prosecutor. And this one is Inspector M. Just so you know that everything goes very tense from the very first chapter, just because, guess what? Based on Tutor Tan's mischievous attitude and also him not showing emotions about her girlfriend, and probably Ban watching too many TV series where the boyfriend or the girlfriend ends up being murdered and they are murdered by the other one, he thinks that this scene is a homicide just because her larynx was crushed and basically she was suffocating. And this is actually how they first meet and their first look, and just look at the tension. And so Ban right now has a suspect, but he doesn't have time for this because he needs to go back to school and teaching people and being a surgeon. Long story short, and fast forward, you get closer to the truth obviously once you proceed to the chapters of the manga, but also the suspense, and you get to know Tutor Tan a little bit more, and you get to know the fun facts and the fucked up facts about him, I can say. Pute becomes more than just a best friend and a visioned pawn in this situation for Bun, and no, they're not together. You will understand what is going on once you read, okay? I just don't want to spoil. And no, he's not dead either. And Tan is very mysterious and sus at the beginning, and he doesn't really know if like Ban is actually making him nervous in a good way or in a bad way, or he's just annoying and stepping up on his toes. But a second volume of manga this one. We are introduced in the first episodes with Boone. Boone is Bun's elder brother. I know, it's so weird. So Bun is shorter for Bunakit and Boone is shorter for Boonlert. I know, that's a mouthful. Imagine like their mother trying to tell and also spell these names to the nurse when she birthed them. Just imagine. And also they are 6 years apart. Like Boonlert is way older than Bun with 6 years. And he's this associate professor, the favorite child, the prophecy child, the person that does the most, that is the most kind, the most passionate and everything. It's just Bun. It's, you know, the guy that doesn't want to stand up, just doesn't want to be in a people's attention or something like that, doesn't want to mess up things. He is a little bit of perfectionist, but still no. And unfortunately our associate professor just, he couldn't stay away from the drama, okay? I'm just going to tell you that he couldn't stay away from the drama, so he decided to goddamn be mixed up in all this mysterious soup that it's going on in this book. And basically he declares war against Tan because he thinks that Tan is going to steal his brother. I mean, in a good way, because yeah, they will develop feelings, and you know, the BL is like mixing them together, and Bun and Tan, but like, it's super weird, okay? Bun has a hard time admitting that he's gay, and I truly love this character development, but it's like the emotional one, not really a power skilled one, not really a physical one in which, I don't know, you're a goddamn gym rat or something like that, like in every shonen anime that we see, or in every shonen manga in this case. But like, I don't know, I just love that. It was a grasp of fresh air and I just really enjoyed that. And trying not to spoil anything for you, but Pewd just comes a few seconds in every chapter. He is just either mentioned or he is just a super secondary to secondary character in this manga. But you will see so much about him and you will understand why he's so important to the plot and why he's the key to the plot, basically. And I hope that I made you curious, because I cannot tell you more than that, although I would and I wanted to, but yeah. And also, I was kind of pleased with all the details that I learned about Pewd, and honestly, I grew into caring for him more than I used to in the beginning. For example, in volume 2, we found out so many things, and like the goddamn crime was starting to solve and to have the puzzle pieces together, so that it was so nice finally knowing who basically was the victim, why it was that victim, who was the killer, what had Bun, Tan, and Pewd going to do with this, and also our main villain, which is none of these three. And kind of he's hot, but he's, so I don't know how do you feel about that. Now let me show you a few panels that I think wouldn't give away too much for you, and probably it would be nice showing them to you. When a skilled coroner, Dr. Bunakit, is called upon to examine the body of a woman who allegedly hanged herself, he soon finds that all the evidence points to foul play. That night, a mysterious stranger breaks into his home and demands that he rule the death a suicide. And after he confides in his prosecutor friend about the incident, that friend suddenly goes missing. Dr. Bunakit pins all his suspicions on a man named Tan, but not only does Tan have a rock-solid alibi, he even volunteers to help uncover the real murderer. Bunakit, a coroner investigating a murder case, and Tan, the man who was his prime suspect, they have formed an unlikely alliance out of both necessity and passion. But though the two are drawn to each other, more danger awaits from them than even more, and each man has his own hidden motives. When the bodies start piling up, Bun and Tan must race to find the truth, all the while coming to the terms with how they really feel about each other. Will their love really survive the ultimate test? I hope this review really made you want to read it, and see you in the next Saturday videos, and in the meantime on YouTube Shorts and Instagram Stories. Goodbye!